there we go. Looks like it's recording now. So we're going to go to our Google Classroom right here. And I am making the recording from the cybersecurity class, which is absolutely fine. It's exactly the same for computer science. So if you are not in cybersecurity and you're watching this and it's computer science, the instructions are still the same. First, we're going to go to our classwork tab. Remember that any of these past due assignments right here that say turn these in ASAP, you need to turn those in ASAP, but we are not going to spend more class time on them unless you finish today's work and you have time to go back and do that. These forms right here, these first 5 right here, if you have not done these yet, please take care of these with your parents and get them turned in. I'm going to say by Wednesday because I've had them out here for quite some time. So I want these done by Wednesday, please. Let's see, that would be Wednesday, September the 8th. That's tomorrow. So you need to take care of these today. All of these other assignments, ladies and gentlemen, I requested that you not talk during this recording time, and that is exactly what I intend for you to do. Let's get instructions out to everyone, and then I promise you, you can visit while you work. All right, again, make sure that you click view more as many times as you need to here so that you can see all of the reflections. Remember that the reflections, I did not give you 15 grades. I grouped them, reflection 1 through 5, 6 through 10, and 11 through 15. Sir, do I need to call your name? All right, so 1 through 5, 6 through 10, and 11 through 15. I put them together so that you could have 3 grades instead of 15. So make sure that you're doing all of those. And then the chapter 1 activities here, and then these forms. Those all need to be taken care of as quickly as possible. I did not have you work on reflections last week. So we need to get, at some point this week, I think we have time for you to do 1 reflection a day. So, well, 2 today because we weren't here yesterday. So reflection 16 and reflection 17, you need to make sure that those 2 are done and turned in today at some point. Tomorrow we'll move on to 18, then 19, then 20. And we only have 25, even though we have more days than that in the 9 weeks, I only broke it up into 25 per 9-week period to kind of help you if you fall behind or whatever. Let's just make sure that at this point you only have 10 left. Let's make sure that you stay caught up. All right, we're going to move on to chapter 2 in our cyber literacy. The reason we're going to do that is because that is common for both computer science and cybersecurity. Both of you have to cover that topic. So today we're going to cover chapter 2, and then tomorrow, you guys in cybersecurity and possibly in computer science, we're going to be talking about computer ethics. So let's move on to chapter 2 right here. It says Cyber Literacy, Chapter 2, Text and Key Terms. I'm going to go over this with you. Remember, you have a PDF and you have a PowerPoint that you can look at. But we're going to use the PDF. Remember, Chapter 2, this is about internet safety, and this is super important. It doesn't matter whether you are going into a computer career or you are just a computer user. It does not matter. You have to know how to be safe when you are online. Unfortunately, there are some very unlikable people out there. There are some very mean people. But what you have to do is you have to learn how to protect yourself from them, from predators, from being hacked, from giving out personal information, things like that. So that's what we're going to talk about in internet safety. It says, welcome to cyberspace. You've come to the right place to learn the basics of the internet and the World Wide Web. In this chapter, you will examine the 2 main types of websites, weigh the benefits and drawbacks of surfing the web, and learn how to safely conduct effective searches online. I remember at one point, my very first, and honestly, it was actually my very first class in college. I remember it was at 8 o'clock in the morning with Dr. Lanham, and we had to take what was called interdisciplinary studies. And this one was called The Nature of Evidence or something like that. And the very first thing that he said to us was this. He said, there was once a time in history when the amount of knowledge on the earth could be contained in the brain of one person. It was possible to learn everything that there was to know at that time. But because of advancements, it is now impossible for you to know everything that has been learned. So the next best thing is for you to know where to find the information. And as I have gone through teaching and things like that, and things have evolved even more, it's not just a matter of knowing where to find the answer. It's knowing how to search for it in a way that you're going to get the most exact, explicit answer that you need. So you can't know everything. You can know how to look for it or where to find it. But now we're going to up that, and we're going to say, now we're going to have to learn how exactly to search for it most effectively. The key terms, remember, they are not in alphabetical order, but they are in the order that they are mentioned in the article. We have internet, World Wide Web, website, web pages, online, informational website, corporate website, inappropriate materials, search engine, keywords, results page, efficient search, Boolean search, search strategies, research questions, extract, and online rules. All of these things go together. This safety thing, it's going to tie into the cyber ethics that we're also going to talk about. All right, welcome to the World Wide Web. Here we go. Here's your words already starting right here. Internet, World Wide Web, remember, website, web pages, and then online. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them right here in this first paragraph. You will see things on the side. Informational websites is one that is one of your topics right here, one of your key terms, and it's got a really good piece of information about that. So remember that you're going to be going through and copying down, well, copying, you may have to make up a definition by what you read around it. But these are the terms that you're going to be defining. Remember that what you will do is you will go to your assignment on Google Classroom. You will view the assignment. I can't show you how to do this because I'm not signed in with a student account. I don't have a student account, so it's really difficult for me to show you what a student side looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google Classroom. You're going to view the assignment. Just somewhere. I'm recording right now. I'll give you your seat number in just a minute, okay? All right. Again, you'll go to your assignment, view the assignment. On the right-hand side at the top, it says add or create. You're going to click on that button that says add or create, and you're going to make a Google Doc. And on that Google Doc, you're going to put these key terms. You're going to define them. Now, what you can do so that you don't have to flip back and forth from your document, you could use what's called your snip tool. And I have mine attached to my toolbar down here, your snip tool. You take a snip of it, just like this, and then you would save it on your machine. And then you could attach this, you could put this at the top of your document. Now, you cannot just start defining words. You actually have to write internet and tell me what the internet is. World Wide Web, tell me what the World Wide Web is. I don't want to try to guess what your definitions are. But this list will just keep you from having to go back and forth to that document. Instead of going all the way back up to the top, you can just keep going from where you're at. And I'm not going to save that. Okay, again, you'll be typing your definitions. There are some little charts in here that you need to look at. This one on informational websites. They tell you benefits and drawbacks of these. This might be some important material. And I will tell you this, you don't even have to copy that down. This might be something that you would want to take a snip of and put it into your document, because that's some pretty good notes. And you don't have to write it all down. And let's see, what else is in here? Most of this is information for you to read. Here's another one you might want to take a snip of, corporate and e-commerce websites. Now, right here, benefits of surfing the web. There is a clue here that tells you that this might be something important to write down, because it has a 1, 2, 3 right here. Now, I'm not telling you, again, remember we talked about notes before? You do not have to copy down everything. That is redundant, and it doesn't help you. But if you see this right here, here's your topic, benefits of surfing the web. And then you have 1, easy data comparison, 2, convenient media consumption. And 3, communication. All right, so you might want to write down that list right there. Let's see, what else? Drawbacks of surfing the web. And they give you another list right here. You do not need to write down everything that's in these subtopics, but you do need to write down drawbacks of surfing the web, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're adding this into your key terms. That's why it says key terms and notes. All right, the 3 factors, 3 key factors of surfing the web. Well, here's 1. And where's 2? And then 3. And another thing that's super important on here, right here, safety do's and don'ts. I'm going to ask you that you definitely take a snip of the safety do's and don'ts, and you put that into your document. All right? I'm recording right now. And no, I don't have any more chargers. All right, again, safety do's and don'ts. I want this on your document. These are all very, very important concepts. And we're going to be talking about the safety do's and don'ts of surfing the web and being an online citizen, because honestly, you guys are in the forefront of those online citizens, and you have to be careful. You have to be very safe. And then this safe surfing pledge right here, you can either take a snip of it or you can retype it, because that's going to be part of the notes that you're going to put in there for this chapter 2. You're doing the key terms and you're taking notes. And these are things that I showed you in the video are very important parts of those notes. Now, at this point, before we move on from this particular assignment right here, are there any questions that you think would help you or someone else? Do you have questions about this? Do you feel like you understand what to do? All right. Now, this one's going to take you more time than we did on chapter 1. There's more information. So you're going to have to make sure that you are devoting some time to that. Activity 1, we're going to take a look at it so that you know what to do there. Sweet Pea, I'm going to ask that while I'm recording, you're not talking, because we need to get through this. Thank you. All right. All right, we begin with Google. Remember that you just use whatever address you want to use on, well, not whatever address. I'm using whatever address, but you guys use your school address. All right, activity 1 right here. It has multiple choice questions. Type the letter of your answer only. Do not type the period. Can you use the text to help you? Yes, you can. It is not cheating to go back and look up the answers. And that is it. There are 5 multiple choice questions there. When you finish, you click submit. When you click submit, it will give you your score. Mine's going to be a 0. You'll see how that works here, because I didn't answer anything. And then you'll go back to your assignment. And on your assignment, you will type on the right-hand side, you'll view the assignment. On the right-hand side, there is a private comments box. Type your score. I would have typed in a 0. I would have submitted that comment and then go up and mark it as done. This one won't take you very long. So as soon as you finish your key terms, notes, and all that good stuff, then you would be able to go ahead and do activity 1. And let's not worry about the quiz until tomorrow. The quiz, again, you go through and you join with your school email. I'm just picking one, but you join with your school email. You answer the questions. You click submit. You tell me your score in the private comments box, and then you mark it as done or turn it in. Are there any questions on what you need to do for the Chapter 2 activities? Do you feel like you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing? This one is definitely going to take you more time than Chapter 1, but that's okay. You have plenty of time today, and I will probably give you time tomorrow. And then later this week, we're definitely going to move on to cyber ethics. All right, I am going to stop the recording.